Hey, hey,
Welcome back, Melanin Me
we're back.
podcast. Back in effect. It's been a while, but we are here and we got a lot to talk about.
I feel like they know that it's always going to be like a little while every time we come on. Because we always preface it with, I know it's been some time,
You
but
know,
we've been
I don't
doing
know if we
good.
have regulars, but I do think we do have a few people that's been listening to us for years.
I'm sure we do. I don't think they've quit.
Hey, this is where it's at, y'all. So make
Loyal
sure you're
fans.
subscribed. Let's get into the tea of it all. There's just so much. It's so much. We have to first, I feel like, talk about what's been all over our timelines nonstop. Me and you are Housewives franchise fans. And
Mhm.
last time we spoke about another housewife, Wendy, and her husband, who are, going through their federal charges of fraudulency. And now another housewife is in the public eye. Kandi Burruss and her man Todd Tucker are going through a divorce, and it's already getting messy. And they've been together for shoot over a decade. So people really thought, okay, they made it. Okay, all that stuff about the schemes Todd set up, look, null and void. They thought this was the real deal. But I'm telling y'all, about a month ago, Kandi was on a podcast and she said that her and Todd been having threesomes. And I said, you know what? That's it. It's done. Like once you announce that, everyone's relationship falls apart after they announce the threesomes publicly. But yeah, I hate that for her. She just seems so heartbroken about it. But yeah, what are your thoughts, girl?
So you think it's not necessarily the threesome, it's the announcement of the threesomes that
Yeah,
seems
it's like a curse, you know? Like how they say, like the
almost like when
Kardashian
people
curse,
get
like
tattoos.
yeah, the tattoo
You get your man
curse.
tattooed. It's like, okay,
It's
some
like the nail in the
well,
coffin. It ain't gonna
yeah.
work out.
I think that I think that it's very unfortunate for all the reasons. Kids are involved, blending of families are involved. I think the really unfortunate part, and this is what I hate about celebrities in general, is the fact that when you are a celebrity, I get that there is some secrecy or privacy, maybe more privacy that you want to hold on to.
Yeah.
However, it still is very frustrating from a viewer standpoint when you've been open to so many different channels and TV shows about your relationship. But now that there's a divorce, I feel like everybody's talking in circles as to what's happened and
Mm,
beating around the bush. And if it, like, we're all kind of speculating right now, right? We're speculating that it's a scheme Todd set up and that that's somewhat of a true statement, now that everything's come to a head. But then there's reports that it appears that Kandi was doing some kind of sidebar stuff and Todd, felt some type of way. And then there's reports that Todd had a baby. I mean, we don't really know. And as much as I love that Kandi did come out and say, hey, this is the look of a person that's been going through it. I've been smiling. You've seen me in the photos, but I have been going through it. Going through what?
hmm
What exactly are we going through? Cheating? Are we going through him, like who's doing what? Has it
Right.
like the nail in the coffin, because obviously you guys have been a couple that has been comfortable with sharing that you've opened up your marriage and everyone has been in agreement, right?
hmm
But where did the breakdown happen? Because it may not even be cheating. I mean, who knows?
Right. We don't
We
know
don't know yet.
what it is. I think it's so interesting because they documented so much of their life. So many past clips, are resurfacing. So it just got everybody talking about everything. Because,
Yeah.
there's clips of Todd talking about women with money and him saying that men
Portia,
deserve, yeah,
Alpine
Portia,
horses.
just all types of stuff. So it's left field. Nobody really knows. But what we do know is what has been filed on public record on the divorce documents. And we do know that Todd is trying to contest the prenup that Kandi had him sign in front of everyone. on the show, Housewives of Atlanta, and he's also trying to ask for primary custody of the kids, and they share two kids, um, who are like 9 and 5 or something like that. So these kids are pretty young. They have a long life before they're adults, and yeah, I think regardless of why they fell out, it's still heartbreaking that now it's like a battle
Right.
publicly. And
Right.
it's just heartbreaking to think. I mean, it should have been a red flag for her because going back watching clips of the show, Todd didn't want to sign the prenup, which should have been a red flag. But it's heartbreaking to think you're going to contest the prenup, which essentially is about money. And it's like, you want my money as a woman? Like, I don't know. It's just all of it's pretty upsetting. I see, why she would be upset. Even if he didn't cheat, or, even if it was just irreconcilable differences or whatever, they decide to go their own way. But it's like you're acting like this after the divorce, and I freaking had a feeling you would. That's why I made you go through the most and do the prenup down to the
Mhm.
last minute before we got married. Like I was not walking, like she knew that she had to get that thing tight. And the fact he
Mhm.
was hesitant on signing it is weird to me.
Mhm.
And then some people are also alleging that he waited 10 years to kind of get out the marriage because after a decade you can kind of like have a more of a standing to contest
That
after,
makes sense.
you know, so as opposed to being married for 2 years, you know what I mean? So I don't
Mhm.
know. It's getting messy. It's getting
Yeah.
messy. We do
It's
know that
getting very messy.
they had like a girlfriend apparently, that
Between
we've seen her in videos with both of them looking
all
like a
in.
blast. A time was had, you know what I mean? But I also find it so interesting that all of the like rumors that were so shocking on Bravo 10 years ago, now everything's coming to the surface because Portia is literally with a lesbian in a lesbian relationship, and Kandi is literally sharing a woman with her husband, her ex, soon to be ex-husband, publicly. Now everything's public. But 10 years ago, when this was thrown out, it was all hell broke loose.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Girl, you said you wanted to me until I was like, well, we see Candy
Girl,
wasn't lying.
it's so, yeah, it is very, it's all the things. It's all the things. And the main word that I can come up with is it's just so unfortunate. Um,
Mhm.
but this is why I say when people always like to throw in like, oh, it's not about the money, it's not about the money, it always becomes about the money
Yep.
at the end of the day. When
Hmm.
things go awry, it becomes about the money.
Comes about the money.
So it becomes about the money. It always becomes about the
Mhm.
money. When people feel wronged and, just all the things, it always then becomes about the money. And so it's just the money, the money, the
Sprinkle,
money. And if
sprinkle,
there is no money,
sprinkle,
the
sprinkle.
good thing here, sprinkle, sprinkle. The good thing here is that there is money to fight over, right? There is monies to fight over. For some people, there's no monies. There is no money. It's the turnip is dry.
There's
You
there's
picked
no
wrong,
money to
right?
even fight
But
fight about.
there's no there's no monies. There's no monies. But for Todd, yes, there is some monies and some, things that he will get not only from the prenup standpoint, like, okay, I think in their prenup they have a clause that anything that was accumulated or done together after or once they got married, they split 50-50.
Hmm.
Depending on Todd, the breakdown of how who's working and how that's laid out, he may get some spousal support. We've seen that time and time again with Mary J. Blige, Wendy
Yep.
Williams. We've seen that. We've
Mm.
seen this before when a woman makes more than or has more than, and the man is kind of like the subservient. And it happens in the
Ugh.
way of this for a female, like
It
when
makes
men are the
my skin
breadwinner,
crawl because it's so
yeah.
messed up that like I mean, here's my thing because with Mary J. Blige and a lot of other scenarios where women may have been the primary, stakeholder with the money, it's like the man was kind of maybe like her manager or her producer or you know what I mean? But like in this situation to me, Candy was really the one who was doing it big with or without Todd. She just tried to take Todd with her and helped finance a lot of these dreams he had, like getting into the
But I
restaurant
think
business.
Yeah.
And you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it wasn't like he made her or even was there on her come up. You know what I mean? He honestly he was the help. He was working as a technical producer on the show, a camera operator on the show that she was a star of. So it's just like
And
and
he may not be trying to fight for that part. He may be trying to fight on things
girl,
that,
I just pulled it up. He is. I pulled it up. It says if the
Jesus.
t if Todd's attorney is successful at getting the prenup invalidated, Tucker said he
Oh,
will
well, yeah.
it
Yeah.
says he will seek an equitable division of all marital assets and also pursue alimony.
That won't happen. The
Girl.
part he'll probably get some alimony, but he's definitely not going to get. They're not going to dismiss the prenup. There's no grounds in dismissing it.
Right.
Matter of fact, like what we've all seen, we Candy has millions, hundreds of millions of witnesses that show that Todd was an agreeable participant
Mhm.
in this prenup. Yes, there was comments made like I don't agree with signing without my attorney here, but but you did. That's a
Mhm.
you thing. You decided you were not under any kind of duress. You weren't like you made the attempt to say, all right, well, if I'm gonna get married, and that's how it happens, even with a
Mhm.
man and a woman. A man easily can be like, well, if you don't want to sign it, well, there is no marriage. And what does
But
the woman
see,
usually?
girl, he has a little leg to stand on just because he can contest that all of that was done under the timing of production. All of that was done for a wedding that was put on by Bravo. Cameras was in his face. He's under duress. He's strapped. You know what I mean? He has a fight. You know what I mean? If he has a good enough legal team, they
And he will.
can contest it because it's not normal circumstances. It was a huge show that was filmed and he was put on a time restraint to sign and the marriage, it wasn't just like, oh, let's just pay for our wedding because we're in love. It was like this was a business arrangement. Bravo put on that wedding, paid for that wedding, and it was affiliated with the show. So it's kind of just like, and he was a part of that show as a cast, a crew member. So it's like, ooh, if he gets a good enough legal team, it's a fight to be had. You know what I mean? It could go
I
back and
personally
forth.
don't think. I don't think the prenup is. I get it. I get that there could be some.
If
To
he
your
has a
point.
good enough
But
attorney,
I personally just don't believe there's going to be a fight with that. I think the fight
I
is going to
hope
come
not.
in. I think the fight is going to take place with the kids
Mm.
and the fact that he was the primary parent that took care of the kids based on her having to work and be here and there and everywhere in between.
He wasn't
I
though.
think
Like he said multiple times on the camera, he'd be out until 2 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning when Candy's in town or out of town. Candy said she hired two nannies, employed them full time the day her son came out the hospital. Todd had already met up with the nannies. So it's just like Todd's there, but he's not there. You know what I mean? And he
but I
admits
think
to being out to 5 a.m. every morning.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think that there's probably
So
going to be a fight with the kids, because when a man wants to be involved in their kids' lives, the judge typically leans more towards in favor of a joint situation, and so
yeah,
that's one of the things where I feel like that's going to be the battle. I think he's really going to try
it
to
could
put his
be
foot down for
joint.
that.
I just can't see it being primary. But it's just like, I mean, possibly.
Yeah, I don't think it's primary, but I think it'll be a fight to where
It,
it's gonna at least
it,
be because the prenup is people have prenups for all different reasons and they exist for these types of scenarios. So even if he has a good legal team, I just personally believe that the judge is going to rule in favor. Hey, this is in fairness. This is da da. You get this. You get this. I think that that's really going to be clear cut. And even with the type of teams that they'll probably have, Kandi is still Kandi Burruss, and I think her team is going to always be superior to whatever it is that he's going to try to do. And the fact that he's being evil in this situation, or it appears he's being evil, because again, we still don't know why the separation is happening. It's leaning more in favor of Kandi because she's the one who filed. But hell, Kandi could have did something. I don't know. But if Todd is doing things in evil behavior and evil vindictive spirit. I just personally believe it's all going to come out and it's going to be in favor of Kandi anyway. So, but I do think it's not going to be an easy case altogether. I think it still will be a fight from all different kinds of viewpoints. But Todd, he's a little man, and little men, they typically have the audacity bigger than them. And, he's got a bruised ego right now, and he's definitely on the losing side. I mean, you're losing a real, like, once this divorce happens, Todd, who? I mean, I hate to say that, but he didn't really have a name without Kandi. It's like Kandi and Todd. Kandi is Kandi. You can say Kandi and everybody know who you're talking about. But like Todd, it's like, well, where's Kandi? So when it's over,
It's gonna give a
it's
little
gonna
bit
give a
of
little bit
when what's name divorced Cynthia, Peter, and then Peter was out there
here.
chasing the cameras.
Hmm.
That's
Yep.
it's probably gonna give something like that.
And Peter, I would say,
Um,
is more entertaining and had been more entertaining than
Todd.
a Todd. You know, Peter had his own motion as well. Yes, he had Cynthia to front some money and stuff, but Peter, he was definitely a businessman. And so, um, but yeah, I think that with Todd, he's just gonna fade to black and he's probably gonna drag her name to be relevant in certain cases because he's now, to me, in the media and likes to be in the media.
Well, he's already being petty, posting videos of him out with girls, drinking, and that's why I'm like, this isn't a good look for primary custody because he's already said multiple times he doesn't come home till 5 a.m. and Candy just has to deal with it because he's not changing it because he's married. So that tells me if you not come home till 5 a.m., kids wake up at 5:45 sharp, 6 a.m.
Mhm.
on a
Yep.
on a slow day. So I know your ass ain't up with those kids all day. Ain't no
No.
way. You rely heavily on the nannies that I'm sure Candy pays for and provides. So
Yep.
it's gonna be an interesting fight. An interesting topic you did mention was Candy's legal team because they are coming under scrutiny. People are saying that Candy is known to be a bargain shopper, even though she is a millionaire, and her legal team has made some clerical errors on the documentation that was
That's
submitted.
clerical.
Yeah, they said that these errors were submitted by a paralegal, not an attorney. Um, it could get the case held back. It's not in the correct formats. She didn't submit the correct documents, all types of stuff. So people are already like picking apart her legal team and just hoping that she pushes some money into it and gets a bigger and
Hmm.
better legal team because now Todd is coming with the heat and they're just hoping that she changes. Doesn't try to frugal her way through this divorce, okay? Like there's a time and a place to be
It's time and a place.
frugal.
Yeah, and yeah. I mean,
I
I would say I just don't know. I just feel like it's so hard to take these entertainers seriously because so many of them, we've seen their lawyers on TV and their jokes. They're just like, who gonna check me, boo? They're going tit for tat with the client. And I just
Oh
hope
my
that
goodness.
Atlanta specifically gets it together from a legal standpoint. Hopefully, they're people that are off camera and they don't want any spotlight on this. They just want to do their job and they want to do it well. They don't
Holding
want to
press conferences,
they
we
don't
don't
want
do
to be
that.
like a Diddy and be all in the videos and do all the things. They don't want to do any of that. They just want to do what they went to school for and win.
Amen.
So,
Oh,
may the
girl.
best person win.
Yeah, we
I
gonna stay up to date. I know those little clips are keeping me entertained. I'm like, this man,
Girl,
how did you not know? Some of these clips are just crazy. I was just like, he literally said he would smash all her friends if they broke up. Like, just
whew,
weird stuff.
it's
Weird.
insane, insane stuff. And I question because I always err on the side of the person who is consistently themselves. I always err, like, meaning I don't blame Trump for being Trump. I blame the people who keep voting for him and allowing him to Trump. Like, Trump has shown us
Trump is gonna
repeatedly,
Trump.
Trump is going to Trump. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't even blame him anymore. I blame the people who keep putting him in fucking office.
And then they're shocked. Oh my God, he did this.
He did this. Oh my God, oh my
He
God.
literally said he was gonna do that.
Do this, and he did it. And with Kandi and Todd, I can only imagine Todd has shown his face from the time we've definitely seen it on video up through now for us to even be able to replay some of the crazy shit he said. So you've seen him, you've heard him say things, outlandish things, and somewhere in whatever transition of life you were in, you thought that this was okay. And by you thinking this was okay, it may not you be like, okay, I like when he said that. I don't agree with it. No, by you staying to be with said person, why they have these viewpoints, that's insane. That says more about to me you than them. Because
Mm,
ain't you have not really even that one time to tell me no crazy shit like that. Because now I'm gonna be looking at you like so like no. Absolutely no, absolutely not. And I'm not judging. I'm just saying
I would have been turned
Todd
off once you don't
clearly
want to sign the prenup. Like once you don't want to sign the prenup, and it's just like,
right.
no, you know good and damn
And it
well
was
I'm a millionaire.
laid out.
You know
Yeah.
good and goddamn well I'm a millionaire a million times over. And you was working at the
Multi,
cameraman. Don't
multi
play with me.
play.
I'd be
Do
done.
not play with me in
I'd be
front
done.
of these
Like
cameras. And this
this
other
is
thing,
why you
don't
don't
play
date
with me in front of
Brokey.
these cameras. You
I'd be so, and this is why Oprah never married that man, Stedman.
life
This is
partner.
why Rihanna's living her best married free life with Rocky. She's a billionaire. I don't blame her.
Life partners.
Life partners. Why put your good earned hard money at stake for these men who are not producing as much as you're producing?
No.
And you already have to put your body and your life on the line to have kids and do all this stuff. Women are already going to sacrifice more. So why would I sacrifice my
Mhm.
good and hard earned money just for
Exactly.
the marriage title? And you're not even as earning as much as me. Never in your life has you ever earned as much as
Never,
me. I'm not, no,
ever,
you can't touch it.
never, never. It's a very much a turn on. And I pray for, again, I pray for all those involved because this will be a journey. It'll be a battle. This will be a battle.
Amen. And we
We
will
will
be
continue to
we
follow this.
will be following this story. We'll be following the story, okay? Oh, that was a good segue though, because I heard you mention Diddy
Diddy
bopping.
Bop,
And
puppy,
this
love,
new
brother
Diddy
love.
documentary by 50 Cent, everybody's talking about it. I have not watched it yet, but I feel like I want to watch it because everybody's talking about it and it seems like it may be taken off air pretty soon because Diddy's trying to get Netflix sued to,
Girl, that
pull
shit
the
ain't going anywhere.
content. So I need to watch it.
Netflix has said, Netflix came out and said, and I quote, "We are not removing this video. We did this the right way legally. We got the necessary write-offs.
It's
It will
Netflix.
remain up there." My thing is, Diddy, it's already been seen by
That's my thing.
everybody.
I know. I
It's
haven't
been
seen
seen.
it, but they said it was like I just figured it'd be like the other million
It
documentaries they got
is.
out.
It is. It
They
is.
said he
It's
had some never before seen clips, and
there
that's what
are
Diddy's really pissed about. Like, how
that
did you
there
get
are
access?
never correct. There are never before seen clips that his one of his music producers actually released because he had it in his arsenal. One of the things that I found to be interesting, so a lot of the stuff I already knew. I already knew about Kim and how they met and how she was Albie Shore's boo. And I knew how Diddy kind of got his footing with Andre Harrell. He was kind of like a nobody and kind of like goofed his way in there. I definitely knew about Tupac and Biggie. Definitely all the years that we've been following this has never changed.
Everybody's been
Um,
saying it for years.
Everybody's been saying it for years. Um, so there's a lot that I feel like most people probably knew bits and pieces of. I think for this, it's just like so many things were brought together for everybody to kind of just watch it from 4 episodes. So that, if you heard about this, cool, but there's 3 more episodes that you didn't hear about, or, so they just put it all together, I think.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Uh, I did. Me and my husband watched it,
Damn.
and it was pretty good. There's talks about how 50 um, is being ridiculed for taking down another black man and blah 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 blah. I don't really I can see why people would say some people would say that, but then again I also can see why he did it. You know, I feel no way about either side. I know Dame Dash had came out and was like, "You're a cornball for doing some stuff like this. You act like you're the FBI." And, 50 kind of came back and was like, "Dude, you've been arguing with 15 ghosts for 40 years, you know?" Um,
Girl, I love
like,
50 Cent. I don't
dude,
care. Because the
I,
man got money, he
exactly.
got business mind. And until some shit comes out about him, he can talk about all y'all niggas until it happens to him. Because I like a man
Again,
checking
like Cat
another
Williams,
man for the dumb shit y'all are doing.
correct. It's exactly like Cat Williams, you know? It's like, dude, nothing's come out about him. Y'all have tried to take this man down. You've tried to put claims out there. He's beat every allegation.
Yep.
No felonies. So until 50 Cent, and I'm sure people are waiting for some shit to be released about 50 Cent, but I feel like 50 Cent could only be that confident because he doesn't really have that kind of dirt, right? He's got dirt on
Right.
him, but I feel like it's been more so like, I don't know,
Deadbeat
whatever he talked
dad.
about in his rap songs. Yeah,
It was like
like
a deadbeat dad thing with one of his
yeah,
kids.
yeah, being around drugs and just the typical gangster stuff. But yeah, so it was a good documentary. I think it was, like I said, a lot of it I already knew. Diddy, I feel like is a demon. My husband was like, "Do you feel like he's that way just because of Cassie?" I was like, "No, actually, I don't feel like he's necessarily a demon because of Cassie. I think it's everything. I don't think it's one particular thing that makes him this way. I think it's his whole entire existence.
He did something.
Because in totality, I feel like people make mistakes, whatever those mistakes are. I'm not here to judge you. But when your whole life has been building on the backs of other people and treating them unfairly and making them do things that are less than degrading, um while they're not even coherent, and just all these different things, it's real weird. Not paying them fair wages,
Yep.
not being honest. It's almost kind of like Cassie was just the icing on the cake, but there's been we have to take into consideration, prior to Cassie, there was tons of years of bullshit. It was, so to me, he's just a demon for everything. He's not a good guy in any aspect. I can't even say the man's a good father because you have allowed your kids to bear witness to some of these freak offs, abuse, like sexual abusing people. Like, you've brought your kids into that wrong, right? Because they're scared to, which is insane. So I don't know. It's just a real weird. I'm glad he's in jail, but I also
Yeah.
feel like he's having a ball. I also feel like he's having a blast in there. Um,
Yeah. Well, conspiracy theorists have been talking about Diddy for so long. And I'm like a real heavy conspiracy theorist. And he is one of the top ones who they have a lot of evidence on about the sacrifices. He sacrificed people's careers. There's a lot of people around him who have just had sudden downfalls in every way you can think about: death, prison, illness, sickness, whatever. Like a lot of people around him have just fallen off completely, right? And even the start of his career, before he was even known to be Diddy, one of the first events he put on in DC for Howard University, I think like 12 people died or something in the event. Like it was a group of people actually died because there was like a stampede. Um,
mhm.
I don't know if they talk about it in this documentary,
They do.
but
They talk about
and I'm just like, when you think about that, it's just, and that, I mean, that really popped off his whole career. It's just like, it just goes to show. I mean, you could say it's a coincidence or whatever, but it just goes to show the energy that you carry around you, where it just seems like the more people around you have downfalls or horrific events happen, you just continue to rise, 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 rise. And it just looks
that.
bad. It just looks bad. And it don't look like you're really helping people out of the genuine care to want to help people. Like with making the band and stuff, it was cool for a minute because it was like, oh, you're changing these people's lives. You're giving them opportunity. People wanted to see people have a chance, to be famous and be successful. But You used them all up. As soon as they didn't give you that next hit, done with them. Kicked them out the studio. Walk across a bridge for cheesecake. Like, there's nothing humble
Humiliating.
about you. And this is literally like years and years and decades of karma coming back. And I still don't even feel like it's hit you all the way because what is 5 years? Like, you've been a rich, powerful millionaire doing whatever you want to people for decades. And you 5 years, like really? And I'm sure you're running that prison. I know you are. Because you'd be knowing everything that's going on out on the outside before it even happened. Like, come on. You got
Yep.
connections in there. I'm sure you're not even struggling. They already transferred your prison, I think like once or twice because of the threats you were getting. So I'm like, you got pulled because a normal motherfucker would just end up beat up in there. So they're giving you special treatment and you're
Probably
already
watched.
still,
He probably saw the Netflix documentary, honestly, in there.
yeah, yeah. Probably got the first hand review, first critic copy. Like, did he? I don't feel sorry for him. Don't feel bad for him. I think it's a lot more coming because God is the ultimate, judge. And what you got to deal with God with all this shit you done put people through. And I just feel like there's even a lot more that we just don't even know about. I feel like there's
And
a
I feel like
lot
a
more.
part of him, I feel like a part of him enjoys this. I feel like a
It's
part of him
sick.
enjoys the promotion, the notoriety, whether good, bad, or indifferent. I feel like his esteem is like getting bigger and bigger because of it. Because it's like, oh, the build, the build, the build. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just it's the same. People like him don't change
Sick.
because they want to or because, they got caught. You know, they or truly want to change. They change for a second to say the right things to get them out of the bullshit so they can continue to do it better when they get out or when they, eyes are off of them, in my opinion. So I don't
Um,
know in terms of him getting out what that looks like. I don't know if as a culture we're gonna be the kind that I get what we're saying now,
Girl, he
but
gonna be
when
over
he gets
all over
out,
everything.
that's what I'm saying.
Watch.
When he gets out, those same people, a lot of the majority of us, I can't say that we'll be going to a Diddy concert. That's a little stretch, but also not saying that people won't act like they forgot, when he drops something and they want to attend or spend money or, how quickly we forget.
How quickly they're gonna be like, he did his time.
He did it this
We got to get
time.
this man.
Time served. I mean, y'all always trying to take a brother down, so I'm already waiting for that energy.
Girl, they be caping for these men immediately, like no accountability. Like, think about Chris Brown. Like everybody's like, oh, give him. He was young. He was out of control. He was out of fucking line. Still,
Hmm.
and I like Chris Brown. I like his music. I like all that. But he was still out of fucking line, and y'all give him a pass. Like, oh, he was just a baby. No, he wasn't. He was he was a fucking 6 foot something ass grown ass man at 19 or 20 and he beat the hell out of her. Like, come on. Say what it is.
Hey, call it what it is. Call it what it
And then you
is.
could do the healing and then you can move forward. But to me, I feel like Diddy hasn't even taken accountability. The only thing I've seen him even really cry over was when I guess in court they said that he dropped to his knees crying because
Yeah.
his sentence got reduced or something. Like, he never showed real empathy when the Cassie video was dropped. He just tried to get sympathy.
Well,
So
remember
I,
when he dropped it? Do you not dropped it? Do you remember when he dropped the video after the Cassie stuff came out? I'm sorry, before the Cassie stuff came out, when he settled the case, he came
Mhm.
out with a video and he was like looking like he was sad. Everybody was like, it's some bullshit. But he was like on an island. He was looking like he was sad. And he was like, I apologize. He was like, I did not do these accusations that are being thrown at me, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Like he came out and apologized.
Yes.
Like, not even, I want to say 24 hours later, we saw the video of him whooping her ass. And it was like, he took
You
the video
just said it
down.
was you didn't do that shit.
He took
Like,
that video down immediately. And I'm
you
like,
just
who
said
is your
that.
team? Who is your team? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how quick karma though comes at you.
Yeah, but I also think that no matter who his team is, he's one of those people where he's bigger than the team. He doesn't have
For
anyone
sure.
around him that can check him
For
or put him
sure.
in his place, and that's a dangerous spot to be in. You got to still respect somebody and respect somebody's opinion, and he doesn't. He thinks he can buy everybody with money, and there's just no accountability there.
I
So,
agree.
self-destruction.
I agree.
Headed for self-destruction. Shoot.
But yeah, definitely you should watch it. It's not anything urgent you should watch. I mean, if you get around to it, cool. But it was good. It was pretty
Right.
good. It was pretty good. Like I said, a lot of it you've probably heard over the years anyway. And then some of it is just going to be newly seen footage. Um,
Mhm.
as far as him recording himself saying
Oh, okay,
stupid
okay.
things. But other than that, it is what it is. Um, God
Oh, I did want
bless.
to talk to you. What were you about to say?
Oh, oh, one of the things I wanted to add really quick was just how many men have been diddled by the diddler. We knew, we knew that there had been reports of said men being sexually assaulted or abused by Diddy, but my God, like when you watch this film,
I
it
mean,
is
these
the
are
most,
public, like these men are publicly, are they famous or they're just people?
they're people, but they were a part of the brand. Like one guy, he was, and you'll see it, he was part of the foundation of Bad Boy. Like he helped to build Bad Boy. And at the very end, it shocked really all of us because the season or episode 4, he was like, you know, yeah, I mean, now there still are some things that I prefer not to get into. And I'm like, oh, not you too.
Oh,
And then
Lord.
they were like, well, is it sexual? He was like, yeah, like abuse. I'm like, not you too, and then the
No.
um the executive producer who had produced like his last album that he came out with. He was around him 24/7. Diddy called him Lil Leroy. I think his name was Lil Rod. Um,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Diddy kept saying, yeah, Diddy kept saying, yeah, you're gonna get your check. He was like, where is my check? Where is my check? Where's my? He's
Mm.
on this press things, and Diddy's like, yeah, again, things take time. Things take time. You'll get some money. You'll get
Keep
some money,
faith.
and then finally, he just never got it. And then at some point, I think the producers, and I can't remember how it was shared, but he was like, man, um, he's like, I've been a part of stuff, where I woke up, he was in the bed with me, I woke up sore, and
Oh my God.
it's just like everybody is getting,
Well, you know
getting
that clip. You remember that clip that came out with Diddy, Kevin Hart, and Usher? And they were like, we used to when you were young fighting over the Cheerios and the fuck did he just say?
it's
I'm
almost
sorry, it's not funny. It's just so
it's funny.
shocking that it was just in everyone's face and it was just like accepted.
Just like Aaliyah,
Oh my
just like
gosh.
just like a lot of these people we've known there have been jokes on SNL made about things. And we
Oh
still
my
in
goodness.
2023, 2022 acting like, no, not. Yeah, it's like, no, we've been knowing. It's been in everybody's faces. But
Uh-huh.
there was a comment made by one of his security guards. He was like, listen, none of this would have happened if you kept paying your people. If you paid your people, none of this shit would have happened. And that is some
That's
real
it.
ass shit. That
That's
is some real
it.
ass
Keep your
shit.
people
When you stop
happy.
feeding dogs, you can't stop feeding dogs.
It has to be greed because it's like you have more than enough. Like
He wasn't even paying the people who did work.
that's what I'm saying. Like you let these artists go broke. And it's just like you are not sharing royalties. I remember reading Faith Evans' book like 20 years ago. And she was saying, she was underage in the studio doing background vocals for all of Diddy's artists and never got paid, never got any royalty checks. All of the writing, credit, publishing, everything was in Diddy's name. He stole everyone's publishing. And it's just like,
That's why he started Dirty Money and Making the Band and all of that because all his artists left. and they
Oh
wanted
my
out,
gosh.
and he needed to do something else. So in came making the band, and all the other stuff he had going on, and
Opportunist.
opportunist. But he didn't pay. The consensus was he never Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear, that
Hmm.
guy. His ex-wife came out and was speaking on his behalf. He was like, I remember Craig Mack, he was at the top, we were at the top of this and he was doing all these shows and da 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 da. And, I was making ends meet because he didn't have any money. And Craig had seen Diddy at one of the shows and he was like, hey man, he was like, I'm about to get put out. We're struggling, whatever, whatever. Can you front us some money? She was like, Diddy put out a wad of money and gave him $100.
He said, shoot, that is the money. Okay? You better be happy. You thought you was gonna get what? A rack?
So
A
he
stack?
she said, Suge Knight, Death Row started looking real good because they're like, damn, they take care of their people. They take care of their people. That's why Diddy hated Tupac so much, He just,
Hmm.
you know, and it's all the things, but yeah, he was never paying people. Never
That's
paying
so
people.
sad.
So he grew while everybody else had to do. They were big too, but they weren't getting paid for being big.
Right.
So, anyways, but
Girl, it's just, yeah, I just get just to get away with stuff like that for so long, it's crazy because you ain't come across the right one. Because when I tell you I would spend every penny to sue your ass to get my royalties back, you're not just stealing my royalties because what is my little, what, $5,000 a year compared to your million? Like, give me my money, every penny,
exactly.
every dollar. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
he got the right ones. He picked the right people where he knew he could get away with this shit.
You already know. You already know. And I'm like, who are his people? Did he how are like he be willing to like pimp slap and pull up at people? I'm like, who are you? Like, people could just like flick you with a fly, but you know, whatever. So anyways, I don't know. It's just one of those things that, he grew and grew and grew, and people let him be a piece of shit.
Yep, all for the money. It's what people will do for a dollar. Make you holla.
People people will,
Mm-mm.
yes.
All money ain't good money at
All
all.
money, not good money. Like not even a little bit.
Mm-mm. I'd rather work my nails to the bone than have Diddy bone me. Sorry.
Honest work. Like, what did
Sorry.
Cat Williams say? He said, he literally said, my only goal was to have a virgin asshole at the end of all of this.
Drizzy, come here.
Period. You
Man,
know,
Cat William is a truth seeker. Okay? He predicted all this shit. Crazy.
he's a he's a truth seeker, and
Um,
nobody can say he lied. Everything he said is actually coming to fruition, which is crazy.
it's just
I think
all
that's the
out in
lucky
the open now.
part.
Um, what was I about to ask you about? Oh, this is what I wanted to ask you. Hear, did you see all the Summer Walker drama?
I didn't see the Summer Walker drama. No.
Oh, okay.
Uh, what's going on with that? I saw where she said that she's addicted to surgery and she loves it.
Oh, she did just say that too. She's been in the media for a lot of things recently, but yeah, she just said she loves surgery. That's the first thing she did when she got off tour. She's got her breast done like 5 times, lipo 2 times, all types of stuff. And she said she tried to get 2 ribs removed or something, but they wouldn't let her do it.
Oh,
The girl has a lot of issues, I think, and it's so sad because I love her music. She just dropped a new album. It was pretty good in my opinion, but people are always going to compare you to your first great album, and she has a lot of great albums. So, but yeah, anyway, she came out because a call got leaked of her, and I believe the rapper's name is Rich Homie Quan or one of those rappers. Yeah, she's dating a rapper who is dating Instagram model Tori Bricks. Tori
oh
Brinks or
yeah,
Brick.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. So she's like an influencer type. video vixen, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, her and Summer Walker are going back and forth because Summer is his side chick, and
Hmm.
she publicly has come out because some calls got leaked, and she was basically telling um the rapper Rich Homie Quan, like, look, I want to be your side. I don't have to tell, your girlfriend. You can save my name and your phone is
Oh, I
Pizza
did
Hut.
that. Yes, I did
She
hear
was like,
that.
basically, I'll do it anything. I'll do anything for the D. I just want the side. And so they leaked the calls. They're going back and forth, calling each other insecure. And Summer Walker is just really shameless about it. Like, look, I gave him back yesterday. You know this man is never changing. Why are you getting so upset about this? I'm just his side chick. He has a million other side chicks, and you know, stop making a big deal about it. And so, people are going in on Summer saying she has no self-respect. She's now a home ruiner because her home got ruined, with her multiple baby daddies and their infidelity. And, people are just up in arms. Um,
She, she's a little off her rocker.
She's
Um,
off the rocker, but I have to say, I don't think she's completely wrong. Not in the fact of being the side chick, because, obviously, you know what you're signing up for, but the fact that sh this lady has caught this rapper cheating multiple times. So it's just like, your man's a cheater. So
hmm
are you going to blast all of them, or are you just blasting me because I'm Summer Walker? And
mm,
that is valid. I feel like that's valid. Because there have been other people. I think he got another girl pregnant. There's other people coming up saying, they also are dating, but no one's getting that publicity. And she's only targeting Summer Walker. And I'm like, obviously, it's because you are Summer Walker. You're more popular than both of these people. So
hmm hmm
it's a little valid on that point. But at the same time, it's just like, oh God, bring back shame. Nobody,
Please bring back shame. Please
nobody's
bring back
ashamed of their
shame.
status of side chick or side dude. It's just like, oh God.
It's just so sad, it's this whole I think where to your point, bring back shame because at the end of the day,
Please.
there's some things that don't have to be shared. And I mean that with even just social media. Like I miss, and we've talked about this on previous podcasts, where the celebrity is so common now because of the clapping back and because of the accessibility to
Right.
the fan versus the celebrity and how irate these celebrities are getting and clapping back with these imbeciles and
Mhm.
nobodies. And it's becoming very much like when you see these people out in public, you're like, oh, they're so and so. How common a celebrity is. There's more excitement, I think, with our generation and influencers
Mhm.
than there is with the celebrity because it's just a big mess in Hollywood.
Yeah, and these kids, like me and you had this combo about, your son when we were out in LA, and we were like, "Oh, do you know who so
Yep.
and so is?" He's like, "No."
Yep.
Like these kids don't care about
I do.
singers and basketball players and, like, I mean, barely, you know what I mean? Like not how it was when we were growing up, when
Right.
everybody knew everybody and like, "Oh my God, I saw Jules Santana." Like who gives a fuck about Jules Santana? But at that
They
time
don't,
it's just like, "Oh my God." Like
they don't give a damn.
all of that is gone to the wayside.
It's gone.
And
It's gone.
I think these celebrities are
It's
having a
gone.
hard time with that reality
Yeah. So they have to
that
create
you one step away from us.
drama. Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
just
Like
like us.
we don't care. I'm telling you, we have so many things going on in our life. The average American has so many things going on in their own personal lives.
Mm,
It really is, to me, more of a comical relief to see these celebs crashing out and saying outlandish things than it is like we really care. What we care about is more concerts at affordable ticket prices.
mm-hmm.
People that do have a little bit of mystery. This is why I understand why Beyonce don't come outside. This is back in the day, Beyonce used to say a lot. She used to do interviews. She used to make goofy jokes. She used to, we got to see a little bit of her personality. Now we see nothing. We may see a pop out and then she leaves. Like, because it's just weird times. It's just People
Mm,
can't be authentically themselves without being picked apart. Much less as a celebrity, what you put out there, is that for entertainment or is this really what's
clout.
really happening, you know? And
Mm.
it's sad we have to question that.
We gotta
Um,
question all of it now because I don't even know what's real shit. It could be AI, for
it
all
could
I
be
know.
AI, and that's too. This AI with the singers, and I saw a thing with Tank. He was like, I actually respect it. Or somebody said that. Somebody, I don't know if it was Tank or somebody, but the AI singers, um, that are getting paid millions and millions of dollars, and it's taking away from actual singers.
Girl, I'm working on mine right now.
Yeah, he's
Shoot.
like, well, you have to respect it. He was like, because we've evolved like from the test of like when things started to the beginning and then this and this and then auto tune. He was like, when auto tune came
Mm,
out, all of us who could really sing would be like, damn, we don't need it, blah, blah, blah. But
you
how
are
do you
so right.
he was like, how do you don't, he's like, it's not the auto tune, but how can you get with it or
Yeah.
integrate it in a way in which it makes sense instead of just shaming what, like, you know what I mean? He's like, so it's just the way in which things go,
Yeah.
pretty soon it's not going to be that, it's going to be something else. So you can either get with it, get left behind. I mean, at the end of the day, people still want to see people in concert. So I don't
Mm.
know if they figured out the AI piece to that yet, but
Holograms, they've been working on that for a minute. Them things look real too. Every
they
time
sure
I see them, they look more and more real.
they did Tupac
Scary.
one time, and I was like, I probably would go.
This shit
I'm
is so creepy. We are literally living in
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror episode. You heard about those microchips they trying to put in people?
Girl,
Girl, the mark of the beast is what they said. I don't have time for this. Like, Lord, just make it quick. Be with us. Be with us all, girl. Like, mm-mm. Mm-mm.
but yeah, I do think that there is a space for nostalgic times
Ugh,
where
everything's so
people
nostalgic now. Like, I love watching old movies and
me too,
listening.
me
Even
too.
the throwback concerts, those are the ones that are popping
People
right now.
are
Brandy,
popping
Monica, like
as
people to go see some throwback stuff.
they're
Like
yearning for that.
these new artists don't even perform like that anyway. They don't even do nothing. So
Gunna,
we
apparently he's leaving
prefer
30
to
minutes
see,
early.
yeah.
Brandy, people leave like people are leaving and checking out. They want their full concert experience, and they're
Full.
like, for whatever reason, we'll tell y'all afterwards why I had to leave early. You don't get to know that now. Bye, everybody. Like, it's just really rude. It's really rude.
I saw Brandy do that. I think like the first concert. I was like, ooh,
I'm
I'd
like,
be pissed. I'd be so pissed
the only
because
time,
I'm there for Brandy.
yeah, yeah, real talk. How long has it taken us to even be able to see her? Okay. So, yeah, no,
Oh,
but
you seen her brother Ray J crashing out?
yeah, I saw that. That's unfortunate, but are we shocked? No.
I'm not
Um,
shocked. I'm just like, you're disrespecting the legacy of Brandy. Like,
it always
that's how
be
I
that one.
feel. It's giving like Journey Smollett and Jussie Smollett. Like, it's the same scenario. Like, y'all sisters have paved the way in actual talent, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears at a very
Hmm.
young age. And this is
Yep.
what you do with your fame, little
Yep.
bro. You know what I mean? Just like get your shit together. Get it
Yep.
together. They need to send him to rehab, wherever.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
I used to like Ray J. Like I mean, I'm thinking back to like Moesha days and shit. But still, he seemed like a good kid at one point in time. I
Mhm.
just don't know where it went left. But
His funny, Ray J used to be really funny and
yeah,
like in a cute way where it was like, Ray J, he is a clown. He is a fool. Now
yeah.
it's like giving Orlando Brown some days. Like we don't really know when to laugh, when the punchline is this real? Is this fake? Now you're angry. Like it's just getting weirder and weirder. And God bless all of them. I know his mama, Miss, what is it, Norwood, Sonia.
Sonya.
I know she just be Sonia. I know she just be shaking her head like, bless it, because he has said
Girl.
some very Um, Ray J has said some very questionable things
Yeah.
uh past when it comes to showering with men
Oh God.
and wanting to be a part of that. I mean, I just don't know what's going on with him. I'm like, are you on drugs? You know?
It has to be.
But it's giving he's on something. I mean, I don't want
I
to
just hope he doesn't take anyone
allegedly.
out and
Uh,
tries to take himself out. I hope he doesn't do that because Princess was really scared in that video. Like she had her baby in her arms,
what?
like she thought that was gonna protect her. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I need to have the baby so he won't kill me, basically. You know?
Right,
That looked frightening.
right. Yeah.
But at the same time,
I'm like, doesn't
they
he have a baby?
have
I
like
mean,
three
doesn't he
kids.
have a girlfriend?
Girl, it's some girl that he
Doesn't he
keeps
have a girlfriend?
humiliating, telling her that he will never love her like Princess and that he wants his family back.
Girl, it's insane.
So yeah,
It's
he's
insane. And
just
those type
a
of people you
wreck.
have to watch.
God bless him. But I
Those
mean, at
type
the
of
same
men
time, it's
you
like
absolutely.
he pushed Princess in that pool on Love and Hip Hop like 12 years ago, maybe 14 years ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That
And
pool.
it's just spiraled from there.
Yep. Yep.
So
You're right. It
it's
has.
that was
It really
hands-on physical violence, domestic,
has. Mm,
my opinion.
yep.
Shit. Don't push me in no pool
It was.
and no argument.
Yep. It
So
was. It definitely was. So
anyways,
God
God bless
bless.
that situation. Brandy, I'm sorry you have to go through this, girl. It's, oh God,
But
sick.
in other news, really quick before we go, her daughter seems to be thriving and just blossoming into a beautiful young woman.
She's so pretty. Yes. I think she's on some movie or some show or something or something.
Yeah.
Or she's
Yeah. And
singing.
she's singing and stuff. Yeah, I saw that.
Her and
Uh,
Tashina Arnold's daughter too.
oh yeah, I have been seeing something about that, but
Pam's
I don't
daughter
know.
from Martin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Her
No.
daughter, I've been seeing her on like podcasts and stuff. She has like a crazy personality. So yeah, I love to see nepotism, black women nepotism. That's beautiful. We don't have it
Yes.
enough.
I was gonna
Okay.
say we don't have it enough, so when we see
I
it, we
wish
have
my
to call it
mama
out.
could pull me into some shit. Pull me
Hello.
into the spotlight.
Hello. Thank you.
Put a little
Hello. For
I love it.
real.
I'm all for it.
Real.
All for it.
For real.
So
But this is a great episode. I feel like we covered as much as
all
we
I
could.
got.
Until next time,
Until
that's
next
all
time,
I have
girl.
at the moment.
Yep. So make sure y'all are following Melanin Me podcast, all streaming platforms, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.